Today we're going to provide you with an awesome war base at Town Hall 14 that is built specifically for hard mode, but don't worry, it can work in regular wars as well. Now, for those wondering what happened to the Town Hall 13 hard mode base, because we've done Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 12 so far, everyone seems to be enjoying the bases thus far. We will get back to Town Hall 13, don't you worry about that. But let's talk about this base today. It is an asymmetrical Town Hall 14 war base. Now, why is asymmetrical good? Well, firstly, asymmetrical just means that the base, it's not symmetrical. So if you flip the base, it will definitely not look the same. And one real benefit of this is it makes it much harder for the attackers to figure out where to enter from, because you can't just enter on the opposite side of the base and it be the same. You need to pick out the weakness on the base, and a lot of people can struggle with this. Now, the most important thing of an anti-3 base in particular is you want to have as much distance as possible between the Eagle Artillery and the Town Hall, and this base does that beautifully. Now, why do you want the distance? Because they're the two biggest targets on the base for attackers to take down, and if you put maximum distance between them, it forces the attacker into a difficult decision. Do we start at the Eagle Artillery and leave the Town Hall up last and potentially 1-star, or do we go straight into the Town Hall but potentially not have enough juice on the back end to take down the formidable Eagle Artillery? Another cool feature of this base is the dead zone channel you see in the core. So the compartment that has the 2 sweepers and the laboratory in it, we call it a dead zone. So what does that mean? It's just a compartment of the base where there isn't that many buildings in, so it makes the funneling really difficult for your troops. For instance, if you spam, say, an air attack into the Eagle Artillery, how are you going to get your troops to path to the Town Hall when there's no buildings to pull your troops towards that clan castle? What's going to happen is the troops are going to go up to one of the multi-compartments or down to the other multi-inferno compartment and not really trouble the core of the base. But it's not just spam attack strategies that this base is good at defending, it's also queen charges. Now, the most obvious queen charge on this base is coming in for that Town Hall, because queen charge hybrid and queen charge dragon rider attacks really need to get the Town Hall down nice and early. Now, the Town Hall is on the outside of the base, so it in itself is quite easy to take down, but as soon as you take down that Town Hall, all of your problems begin if you're a queen charge attacker, because if the queen steps onto that Town Hall poison, which is quite likely, the single inferno will be in range, and whilst your queen isn't outputting that much damage, she is very vulnerable to the single inferno. And even if your queen survives the Town Hall poison effect, as soon as she targets the single inferno, the defensive clan castle will come out and protect the single inferno even more so. So the attacker's going to need lots of freeze spells or invis spells to get the queen to take down not only the Town Hall, but the CC and the single inferno that really is needed if you want the back end of this base, whether it be the hybrid, Lalo, or the Dragon Riders, to get you a 3-star attack. And if you don't charge the Town Hall, if you charge, say, one of the other compartments on the base, you'll notice how on this base, for instance, the Eagle Artillery, the only compartment the queen can reach the Eagle Artillery from is the Eagle Artillery compartment. Same as the multi-infernos and the scatter shots, you can only reach them from the compartment they're in. So it means if you queen charge into one compartment, you're not going to be able to get many of the major targets. So queen charging on the back end of this base, would be rather difficult. But what about siege machines? So we got the Flame Flinger, probably the strongest siege machine in the game. There really isn't much Flame Flinger value on this base. The Expos and Mortars are set up really well, but there's also a lot of defenses on the very outside of the village, making it impossible for you to even place your Flame Flinger without it attracting damage. The other really OP siege machine is the Blimp, and in particular, the Super Archer Clone Blimp. But I want you to have a look. So, if someone was coming in with a Super Archer Clone Hydra attack, maybe the strongest and most used attack strategy at Town Hall 14, 9 times out of 10, they're going to enter into the Eagle Artillery. And then what they're going to do, they're going to put their Blimp inside the Warden ability and try and get the Blimp to get all the way to the Town Hall. But have a look at this Tornado in the core of the base. It is set up perfectly to stop this attack. There's also a lot of seeking air mines there, and essentially the theory behind it is we're not going to let that Super Archer Clone Blimp get the Town Hall. It still might be able to get value. They might get, you know, 1 or 2 of the multi-infernos, but we are not letting it get that Town Hall. We want to make this attack as risky as possible, so the NATO is set up perfectly. But why talk about it? Let's see it in action. So here is the aforementioned Super Archer Clone Hydra attack. Now Ruposh is going to do this slightly differently here. So you're going to see Ruposh starts off with a blimp and then loons, and then is going to use the Warden ability with that. So there are two ways to do the blimp with the Super Archer Clone Hydra. You can either put all your troops on 2 tiles and try and overwhelm the base, or some people prefer to do it like this and then they send their Hydra separately. But have a look at this. The blimp gets into the core, the Seeking Air Mines go off. Now, there is one difference with this base here. You can see there's the mini bomb in the core here, and then a giant bomb's about to go off. If you get Super Archer Clone blimped a lot, I would recommend moving your giant bomb and mini bomb exactly as Ruposh put it there, because you can see that it is extremely effective. The Super Archer Clone blimp gets 0 value, and this is going to be a big defense. We're going to jump into the next replay. Don't worry, it's a Hydra attack anyway. How does this base go against one of the strongest attack strategies in the game? So here is the attack. It is a Zap Hydra technically, but it's just the 2 lightning spells there for the sweeper. Also, I'm going to apologize for the, what's it called? Screen shake. I hate screen shake, but clearly some people still play with it, which is ridiculous to think about. Now, Ruposh here starting off with a blimp for the Town Hall, and this is one of the weaknesses of using your Tornado to stop Super Archer Clone blimps. It makes it much easier to just regularly blimp your Town Hall. For instance, if we put the NATO in front of the Town Hall there, this attack could be going very badly, but trust me, you'd much rather try and defend Super Archer Clone blimps than just simple blimps like that, because we've got a chance for the base to fight back right now. Even though the start went really well, we've still got a lot of our base left, whereas if the Super Archer Clone goes well, doesn't matter how good the rest of your base is, it will be a 3-star attack. And I want you to have a look at the pathing of the dragons here, because this dead zone does exactly what it's meant to do. It pushes all the dragons to where there's not really much value. Ruposh here wants the dragons to go to the back end and take down all of those important buildings. Look at where this rage spell was placed. But none of the dragons get there. In fact, all of the dragons and balloons go past where the Town Hall was anyway, so why not just, you know, not blimp the Town Hall? Essentially, the Town Hall blimp has been rendered redundant. Now, this attack will end up getting close. As you can see, there still is 1 minute and 10 seconds left. But that's only because heroes are incredibly strong in this meta. There's not really a lot you can do against them, particularly on anti-3 bases. One of the downsides of them is because you have damage spread throughout the base, it makes it kind of easier to overwhelm sections of the base with your heroes. But general troops like the dragons definitely struggle a whole lot more, and it minimalizes the value of an Eternal Tome if the defenses are more spread on the base. Royal Champion coming in here, her ability goes off, still got the Queen ability. Now, I want to spend the last 20 seconds of this attack talking about open walls, because a lot of you criticize them, say they're just for aesthetic purposes, but have a look at this here. The Queen's going to step outside the wall. She was inside the base. Even if that wall was closed there, the Queen would beat a wall and stay inside the base there. But this one's even better. So the trash buildings are 2 tiles off the wall, like the dark barracks you see at the top. And because of that, the Queen's going to step around this little wall here. And that is perfect base building. The Queen is not going to get that scatter, and we're going to get a defense. Now that is it for today's video. If you do want a base that's built for hard mode at Town Hall 9, 10, 11, and 12, we have already done videos on that. You can either search it in YouTube, or I believe we've got a playlist of bases across those Town Hall levels. If we do, we'll link it at the end of the video. And if you're an attacker at Town Hall 14 wondering, well, what attack should I use? Worry no more. At the end of this week, we are going to be posting the top 5 Town Hall 14 attack strategies, which has been updated for the new hero equipment in the game, the balance changes that you're seeing coming in, and all the new troops. So you definitely want to catch that video.